The Forbidden Book of Enoch. What if the story of humanity is missing an entire chapter? A book hidden for centuries, banished from the Bible, condemned by religious leaders, ignored by history, and yet it tells a story that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about our origins. A story of angels who disobeyed, of giants who walked the earth, of forbidden knowledge, catastrophic floods, and a warning from beyond the stars. This is the Book of Enoch, and maybe this is why they didn't want you to read it. The Banned Book. The Book of Enoch is an ancient Hebrew text attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, a man who, according to the Bible, walked with God and was taken to heaven without dying. The book was once respected by early Jewish mystics and even early Christian communities. In fact, fragments of Enoch were found among the Dead Sea Scrolls, and some scholars believe that certain teachings in the New Testament, especially from Jude and Peter, directly reference it. So why was it removed? By the 4th century, religious councils had declared it heretical, too dangerous, too strange, too incompatible with the official version of events. The church didn't just ignore Enoch, they buried it. Why? Because Enoch doesn't just tell a story, it tells another version of Genesis, a version where the heavens are not silent, and the divine is far more active and complex than we were taught to believe. The Watchers, according to the Book of Enoch, a group of angels known as the Watchers were sent to earth to observe humanity, but they broke their oath. They descended. They took human wives, and they fathered a race of hybrid beings called the Nephilim. These Nephilim, part divine, part human, were giants, powerful and destructive. But even more concerning, the Watchers taught humanity forbidden knowledge, weapons and warfare, magic and sorcery, astrology and star charts, cosmetics and seduction. They revealed secrets of the heavens and accelerated human development. But at what cost? With great power came great corruption. Violence, arrogance, and imbalance spread rapidly. Humanity advanced, but not spiritually. It collapsed into chaos. Sound familiar? Divine punishment. Enoch is then shown terrifying visions of a divine reckoning. The Watchers are judged, cast into the depths of the earth, bound until the final judgment. The Nephilim, their offspring, are wiped out by a massive flood, not because mankind sinned, but because the angels had corrupted the earth itself. This completely reframes the flood story. What if the Great Flood wasn't punishment for humans, but a reset, a purge of something unnatural? And then it gets stranger. Enoch claims he was taken into the heavens. He describes cosmic structures, spinning wheels of fire, crystalline palaces, vibrating realms of light and sound. This wasn't metaphor. He wasn't having a vision. He was describing technology, secrets humanity wasn't meant to know, ancient contact. Many researchers, from biblical scholars to ancient astronaut theorists, believe the Book of Enoch may be a record of real contact with non-human intelligences. Were the Watchers extraterrestrials? Was Enoch describing a spacecraft as a fiery chariot? Was his journey into the heavens an abduction? One passage tells of stars imprisoned for their disobedience. Could this be a primitive description of black holes, quasars, or even neutron stars? He speaks of time bending, dimensions collapsing, and forces beyond comprehension. And if it was all symbolic, why did religious leaders feel the need to ban it outright? Perhaps because it was never meant to be metaphor. Modern repressions today, the Book of Enoch is excluded from almost all versions of the Bible, except one, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which still considers it canon and has for centuries. But in the Western world, it remains buried, dismissed as myth, heresy, or worse. Why? Because it challenges traditional theology? Because it portrays angels not as messengers, but as dangerous beings with agendas? Or maybe because it offers a glimpse into something real, something that still exists, just out of sight. Enoch warns of a future time, a time when the Watchers would rise again, when humanity would once again embrace forbidden knowledge and face a final reckoning. And some believe that time is now, a forbidden book, a hidden history, a warning echoing across time, ignored by the powerful, preserved by the few. The Book of Enoch may not be in your Bible, but maybe that's exactly why it matters. What do you think? Was the Book of Enoch banned to protect us or to keep us in the dark? Leave your theory in the comments. Subscribe to A Dark Reality Vault for more forbidden knowledge, lost truths, and the hidden chapters of human history. And remember, sometimes what's left out of the story is the most important part of all.